Okay, do you want to talk about the top 10 reasons customers hate service advisors? I love this list.
I do. I feel like this is, if there's ever been a list where everyone's going to be like, oh, crap, yep, oh, crap, yep.
So
we'll get down 8 of them and everyone's going to
If I remember right, because we did this list a couple weeks ago, this was driven by our team. Most of them have never worked in our business. They are just customers.
I feel like that's why it's the best list.
And when we started roundtabling this list, it was coming out of them like John Bon Jovi writes a song.
Right. Like we had to get it down to 10.
Yeah.
I think it was 74.
Yeah.
And then we pared it down to
They
the 10
had a lot
worst.
to say.
They were not shy.
So there's a lot of outside input from our team, and maybe we just kind of curated it, but this really isn't our list necessarily.
We scribed it.
It's a good list.
Yeah, we didn't really manufacture it at all.
Okay, so top 10 reasons customers hate service advisors. Number 1, they lie about diagnosis.
There's no doubt.
Number 2, the car is never done on time.
Well, that's assuming that the customer actually gets an ETA of when the completion will happen in the first place.
Also, like, how could that be avoided?
Well, communicating and...
Frame.
Yeah.
Tell the customer the truth and stop trying to... Most of the time, that's either because the advisor didn't tell the truth or the advisor was was allowing the customer to tell him when it would be done.
Yeah, so we're 2 for 2 on not telling the truth.
Yeah. Number 3, not done right.
Whoops.
How many advisors get quality control? Watch that video, The Circle of Trust, Service Advisor Training, The Circle of Trust, is that what it's called? Yeah, Service Advisor Training, The Circle of Trust. One of the circle is QC.
The most skipped, yet probably one of the most important.
Not done right.
Yep.
Most advisors would, and it's interesting from an outsider's point of view, most people on the inside like us would think, well, that's the tech. Not done right. Correct? Yeah. But it's interesting that a consumer perceives that it's the advisor.
They do. They're the representative. So I've heard that so many times that the advisor's called the mechanic. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
The customers call the advisor mechanic all the time.
Mm-hmm. Number 4, of the top 10 reasons customers hate service advisors, charge for diagnosis while under warranty.
And then lie about it. Maybe I just blended 1 and 4, but that's crazy, right? I feel like nothing sets off the relationship of distrust just like that.
So I remember, I think this is in my book, The Millionaire Service Advisor, I think. The story, but I've told the story before, because it's a true story and it stuck with me forever, is when I first got the job as an advisor. So there were times where I would get to cover for advisors when they were sick and out and all that.
Yep.
But when I was anointed advisor and I got my own advisor number, which, by the way, my advisor number was 17, which is a lucky number on the roulette wheel in Vegas. So I was 17, I got my advisor number, and I don't know, first or second day writing service, these Boeing engineers bought Subaru SVXs. Do you know what those are?
Yeah, those little sport car things.
Yeah, they were like a sedan sports car. They kind of look like the Porsche Panamera in a way.
And they had a really cool dash, and there was something about the center of the dash I remember too.
And they
right?
had like the little side window. So a bunch of Boeing engineers, because this is Seattle, right, where I wrote service. They had bought those because they thought they were an engineering wonder or whatever, which they were not. This guy comes in and nobody wanted to ride him up. And I remember he's just sitting out there, nobody wanted to ride him up. So I just walked out to him and I'm like, how can I help you? And he goes, oh, I have an appointment. I need to drop this off. So I don't know. It's like I write it up. It's like a 20-something line RO of rattles and like, you know. And so I turned it into dispatch. And then, whatever, later, the dispatcher calls me down there or something, and he's like, you need to get money for this. I think it had been in dispatch all day, and then he's like the world's worst dispatcher too, by the way. I think his name was Joe.
Was he the one who would throw your stuff out the door?
He threw my ROs in the alley once. He also was the one that had whiskey in his thermos, and we thought he was drinking coffee, but he was just drunk all day. Yeah, so I had to get money or whatever. The card sat there all day anyways, and then I had to get money from the guy, and I didn't know that Subaru's rattles were only covered for the first
12 or whatever, right?
Yeah,
it was a really
12,
short warranty.
something like that. Yeah, I think one of his things too was it pulls and all that. But customers' perception that the car is under warranty, and then things like alignment or rattles, depending on the manufacturer, they're not under warranty. Okay, number 5, top 10 reasons customers hate service advisors. Different price depending on who you talk to.
Yep.
And especially the point was brought up if you call parts directly.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's still a thing that much, but I know it definitely was a thing where the parts department over the retail counter would quote a different price than what was quoted on the back counter.
That's exactly right.
Which is a confusing thing and a cause for customers to not trust us.
Yeah, and then even within advisors on the drive, you call, and if you got a renegade advisor, they're quoting something at 2 hours instead of an hour when it should be, and it's like you can get 5 different prices with 5 different phone calls if you're not careful.
Okay, so I'm going to present number 6 like it's a Christian joke, like it's one of your jokes.
I can't wait.
So you the last couple times you haven't done this where you just like tell the joke. You're not like asking the question, the weird awkward pause, and then the answer. So let's do the weird awkward pause.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. Top 10 reasons customers hate service advisors.
Number 6 is
Can't find one.
Yeah. The empty desk.
But I mean, that's kind of would you call that an oxymoron? How can you hate somebody you can't find?
That's a really good point. And how, in the name of all that's holy, do they all have to leave at the same time? Like
yeah, they all go to
that's
lunch.
Such a failure on that last person. Like
they all go to the food truck.
Right? If there's 5 people and you're the last one before you go, like there's just an epic failure.
Number 7 is they don't call or pick up the phone.
Yeah, in any way, shape, or form. Yeah.
Number 8 is they can never hear a rattle, like they're deaf.
What?
Like all service advisors can't hear rattles. Number 9 is they're condescending.
That's a community college word for sure.
Condescending?
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of in what we would think of the opposite of empathy. Yeah. A lot of advisors don't have empathy.
Right.
They think they're experts and customers are stupid. So we got customers that think advisors are stupid and advisors that think customers are stupid. And it's the chicken or the egg.
Yep.
But the customers are the ones spending money, so maybe we need to be more empathetic.
We should be aware of their opinion for sure.
And then what do you think the last one is? Number 10 of the top 10 reasons customers hate service advisors. Go ahead. You can ruin it if you know it.
I do know it. But then there's also a spin to it, right? Is that advisors sometimes don't order the parts. And
now, is that the parts department's fault?
Well, who do the advisors blame it on?
The parts department.
Hands down.
Yeah. So that's the top 10 reasons customers hate service advisors. They lie about diagnosis, not done on time, not done right, charge for diagnosis while under warranty, different price depending on who you talk to, you can't find one, they don't call or pick up the phone, can't hear a rattle to save their life, condescending, and forget to order the part. That's a pretty good list, pretty fun. I like it. Thanks so much for watching this clip of Service Driving Revolution. We're uploading new stuff every day, so make sure you subscribe and click the bell icon so you don't miss out. If you have a question you'd like us to answer on the show, call 8333-ASK-SDR and we'll answer your question on the show. That's 8333-ASK-SDR. For special deals on our books and training, head over to offers.ksdr.com. chriscollinsinc.com. Now that's offers.chriscollinsinc.com. I'm Chris Collins, and I'll see you in the next video.